I'm Anita of Magic and I podcast, and welcome to the channel. Guys, great news. Meghan has dropped her first exclusive interview with People magazine, and it says here Meghan Markle's most intimate interview in years. Harry, the kids, and getting real about her learning curve, and it's an exclusive. There are tons of twists and turns. The Duchess of Sussex tells people of her journey. So here we can see a photo of Meghan. This is the cover, the Meghan interview, just like how we have the Meghan effect. And here is Meghan being easy and breezy, and her style here is so California casual. So let's just get into more of the article here. So it says here Meghan Markle is curled up in bed with her sleeping 5-year-old son, Prince Archie, on a recent winter evening in Montecito, California. With her phone in hand, she catches up on emails, filing details for the launch of her renamed lifestyle brand as ever, and her new Netflix series with love, Megan. Hello. This is all California living here, you all. Her husband, Prince Harry, 40, is still in Vancouver wrapping up the Invictus Games. So it seems like Megan did this interview when she came back to the United States from Canada. Megan, 43, had joined him for several days, during which she stayed in close touch with her mother, Doria, checking in on Archie and Princess Lilibet, which we just saw the other day playing Candyland, of course. So we all know that Lilibet is 3 and she is so delicate and she's so princess like and she likes pink, if you guys didn't know that already. So let's I gotta go back over here because I can't stop. Which she stayed in close touch with her mother Doria, checking in on Archie and Princess Lilibet, 3, who had both gotten sick. Oh my goodness. And making sure they were seen by the doctor and sipping bone broth. Excuse us, so bone broth. We know bone broth is good, especially when you don't have any appetite when you are sick. Hello, Megan. Now she is savoring this stillness at home with Archie as he stirs awake, sleepily telling her, Mama, don't work too hard. Recalling the moment, two people a few days later, the Duchess of Sussex says it was the sweetest thing. Aww. Like any entrepreneur, Megan has tackled the hard work of launching a new business. But unlike most, she has done so under an intense spotlight. Hello. Everybody else gets to make mistake in the background, but Megan mistakes are magnified. Okay? And let us not fool ourselves about the people who come out there and act like everything is so perfect. It is not. With launching a business, there are always hiccups, just that Megan has to do hers in the public eyes while others do theirs in the background. Okay? So in March 2024, her initial brand name, American Riviera Orchid, debuted online. 1 month later, jars of jam with the brand's logo began circulating among pals like Chrissy Teigen and Mindy Kaling. Oh, those are diehards. These two ladies here, they always defend and support Megan for sure. By the way, guys, I cannot wait for my jar of jam, and I know you guys are also waiting for your jar of jams as well. Then came a pause. As anticipation grew, questions arose about when the products would be available. While behind the scenes, she navigated trademark issues. So obviously, she was trying, and Megan already explained that to everybody what had happened. The brand name that she had was limited to the Montecito area, and just that she wanted to branch out. And as we know, Megan already, she gets herself involved with a lot of up and coming brands, and that would definitely have limited her in her trying to spotlight certain brands out of the Montecito area. There are tons of twists and turns, even with the name. She says in her most intimate interview in years, I was figuring it out in real time. That's what she's saying here. In real time. As it's going, she's trying to figure it out. And although she has faced intense public scrutiny at every step, Megan says the experience has been defined by growth. And that's how you grow, with making mistakes. Let anybody tell you that making mistakes is not learning, it's not a part of learning, then they're lying, because that is a fact of life. You make mistakes, you reflect on the mistakes that you make, and you go forward, not to repeat the mistakes that you have made. So exactly, it definitely is defined by growth. She said here, I appreciate everyone who gave me the grace to make mistakes and figure it out, and also be forgiven with myself through that. And I had made a video exactly about that. We need to give ourselves grace so that we can not punish ourselves because of the mistakes that we're making. Okay, so I'm happy that Megan is echoing that same sentiment here as well. It's a learning curve, she says. As Megan builds her brand, she also continues to expand her life in Montecito. 5 years of passing, she and Harry made the seismic decision to step back from their royal roles in the UK and chart their own path, but their titles remain. Meghan says the Sussex name, bestowed upon her and Harry by Queen Elizabeth on their 2018 wedding day, holds a deeper significance than she could have imagined before motherhood. I'm happy she's talking about it here. Let's continue. It's our shared name as a family, and I guess I hadn't recognized how meaningful that would be to me until we had children, she says. I love that this is something that Archie, Lily, H, and I all have together. It means a lot to me. So, hello to the haters out there that question whether not Prince Charles, he was former Prince Charles, or King Charles should take away the title. It would be cruel to take it away, because here Meghan is saying that she cherishes it. It's sort of like the glue that holds them together as a family, that one name. The Sussex name, she adds, is part of our love story. Now, with her new series debuting in March 4th on Netflix, she's sharing her personal passions, including cooking, hosting, and decorating, with her biggest audience yet. Okay? When your children get to a certain age, when you're not just playing in the sandbox with them, but almost playing in your own sandbox again, it's super joyful. Okay? She got freedom. She got her own agency. That's a word that is very familiar with me in terms of teaching and educating. We need to see people with their own agency, doing what they have to do to get through and to get, where they want to go, or to get to basically to the next level. Okay? So this is a really nice that she is saying that, because this means a lot to me. This is what I do for a living. As a woman, a mom, and a wife, to be able to find yourself again in a way that was always present, but that you maybe couldn't put as much attention on as you now can when your kids are a little bit older. It's a wonderful feeling. Absolutely. So now the kids and them are old enough, what she's saying now, that she doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be so much them now that they're big, and they could, say, what is hurting them, probably what they want to eat, what they like, what they want to wear, and stuff like that. They have voices now, and it's easier now to be able to do things for herself, as opposed to just the focus is just on these two little kids that, and we know children, they're very demanding, especially on young moms and young families. Okay? So she said it's a wonderful feeling. Although the couple's 2022 Netflix docuseries, the record-breaking Harry and Meghan famously pulled back the curtain on their struggles with the royal family. This time, there is no mention of anything royal. Harry himself makes only a flitting appearance in the final episode, but his presence was felt behind their scenes. Oh, yes, it's good to have a supportive husband, always. Whenever Harry visited the set, he was always super polite and friendly, a crew member tells People, but it was clear he wanted this to be Meghan's moment to shine. That is a great husband when you can remove yourself from a situation and put your wife up front, as opposed to the pecking order that they had in England, where the husband or the blood heir is always in the front and the woman is always in the behind. Okay, or at the back, I should say. Returning to her roots. Oh, did I look at? I didn't get to look at this picture. Oh la la. Hello. Hello, world. This is what this picture is telling me. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, absolutely stunning. She looks like a woman that is ready to get down to business. Okay, and make those jams and those really good treats. Yes. Returning to her roots, Megan's 8 episode lifestyle show sees her cooking, crafting, and gardening with friends and chefs while sharing personal stories and recipes, a natural extension of her pre royal life. Hello. Did anybody mention the TIG? Yes, I think that's what we're hinting at right here. In 2014, while filming Suits in Toronto, she launched the TIG, a blog on food, travel, and wellness, years ahead of the influencers' boom. But as her relationship with Harry deepened, she shut it down in 2017 and later deleted her Instagram before joining Royal Life. How hard was it to let go? Let's see what she says now. Well, I love the tea, but I certainly love my husband more. Hello, Megan. She says, so that was a choice I made at the time, and I wouldn't change that for a second. Hello, Harry. You got a woman that believes in you, that's willing to sacrifice and give up everything for you. That's true love there. Okay. Guys, what do you all think? Harry is now loving watching Meghan step back into her creative groove. My husband met me when I had the tea, and I see this spark in his eyes when he sees me doing the thing that I was doing when he first met me, she says. Oh, yes, Harry. Even though the activities on her new show feel familiar to Meghan's longtime followers, the filming pushed her beyond the comfort zone she knew from her 7 seasons on The Suits. Well, back then, on The Suits, I'm assuming that you just had a script and you just went along and you had the different characters and, and stuff like that. But this time, you are the producer, right? Let's see what she says. I was never really in front of the camera like this, she says, reflecting on the legal drama, which became one of Netflix's most streamed shows in 2023, she adds. It's a time capsule for me. I still have the pencil skirt. Oh, yes, we love you in a pencil skirt, Megan, from the first episode. That's the one thing I kept. She remains close to coasters like Abigail Spencer and is excited to see the upcoming Suits LA on Peacock. I love that it gets a new breath of fresh air. And Megan, they said that you can come anytime you want as a guest. Okay. So that's nice to know. Her new show isn't a traditional stand and stir format, an industry term Megan learned during filming to describe most cooking shows. It feels as though we're just spending time together, which is what it ended up being. Wow, that's the best. With conversations, okay? We saw the clips, Megan. She says of the crew's presence on the series, I'd make a recipe and say, everyone try this. And there are certain dishes where you just watch everyone flock in. Well, Megan, because it's that delicious. I'd say we've run out of spoons. It ended up feeling so communal. And that's the spirit of the show. Okay. So it's friends, it's family, it's getting together, it's everyone loving each other and appreciating every each other and also sharing, okay, to have everybody to cook and have everybody come and eat together. That beckons my my village life. It sounds like my village life that I used to have. Ads director Michael Steele, who previously worked on the Emmy winning series Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. Everyone has this one version of her, but she's just someone who is hustling and working and doing. I genuinely wanted to create an environment where she could relax, and I know the pressure of what she deals with on a daily basis. We sure do. I was happy that we created scenes where she could tap into that part of her life. Yes, going back to the Tig Day. Along with featuring her domestic skills with Love Megan also highlights her own product line, which will be available on asever.com. I can't wait. Megan has hinted that her signature jam will be among the offerings set to launch this spring. Also launching this spring, her new podcast with Lemonada Media. She's back on Instagram too for the first time in years. Okay, now she's saying something. When I was last on social media, boomerang was the thing. She says, laughing. Instagram stories didn't even exist. So it's been a minute. There's Megan in the garden. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Despite the intense focus of her return to Instagram, where her 2 million followers analyze everything from her outfits to the plates she uses, Megan doesn't identify as an influencer. Yeah. Oh, let's see who you are, Megan. I see myself as an entrepreneur and a female founder, she says. And if the brand ends up influential, then that's great. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And although the show paints a picture of domestic bliss, with Megan slow cooking berries from her garden, she doesn't consider herself a trad wife. Okay? Shorthand for traditional wife either. Hmm. Of course, that goes against the whole idea of being a feminist. Hello. Let's continue what she's saying something here. I like being able to do a hybrid, she says. Chinese food delivery is a favorite, but even when I get takeout, I will try to plate it beautifully, says Megan. Megan, we know that's who you are. She encourages others to strive for balance, not perfection, despite her show's beautiful imagery. The series is about doing what you can do, Megan says, and doing it with love. Okay? Well, always, if you can do something that you love doing, you're not going to be bored. You're going to continue doing it and you will find joy in it. That outlook was first noticed by a friend who visited the set and came up with the name of the show. Hello, let's see, who's that? Their takeaway was, they were so happy to see me as myself, Megan says. She said, it's like your love letter to all things you've loved to do. And if you're signing off a love letter, it's with Love Megan. It felt right. And I love that my friend helped create it. I wonder who's that friend. Are you guys curious? Because I am. Receiving that kind of feedback from their friends who have quietly supported her through the challenges of recent years has been meaningful for Megan. Okay, here she says something. You have to imagine my friend's experience through the past few years, she says. They spent all this time with me at home and at their houses or out at dinners. For them to see who they know to be reflected on screen, it brought them a lot of joy. Oh, yes, her private world in Montecito. The Montecito community, who have gotten to know her from school drop offs and playdates with Archie and Lily, have become essential. We hosted a little camp before winter break. We hosted a little camp because winter break was long, okay? She says with a laugh. We had several days with different families at our home, and we were able to get to know the parents better, and all the kids could play. Meghan and Harry set up obstacle courses, oh hello, and face painting. It's a dream, she says, but I also know that being part of a community means you put effort into it. Absolutely. In the process, Megan says Montecito has become protective of the Sussexes. Once you know us, I think you want us to have the same normalcy as parents and for our children as they do, despite however unique our situation is. For Meghan, normal looks like nights out with Harry and pals. We go to a lot of dinners, and not just in people's homes or private rooms. We just go into the restaurant, she says. I really love that we can just have fun. You see, she gets to do a lot of things, and nobody knows in Montecito because they protect her and they protect her privacy. So, all these people that are saying things about Meghan, they're being paid to say those things, of course. Her friendships with other moms have grown beyond school ties in deeper connections. I have a couple of girlfriends up here. These are stay at home moms and working women with normal jobs, not in the public eye, she explains. We went from just connecting through our kids to having girls' night out or doing Pilates together. Oh, she has a community up there, honey. One confidant recalls how they first connected when Archie and her daughter became fast friends at school. Megan reached out with a voicemail inviting her to a playdate. Hello. You can see that as a unit, the friend says of the Sussexes. They're all very connected. After her son's recent surgery, the friend recalls Megan sent a bouquet of balloons and a stuffed octopus from Archie and Lily with a handwritten note that said, "We thought you could use a hug with 8 arms." Oh, that is so cute. And when Megan was invited to her low key birthday party at home, she showed up despite not knowing anyone else and chatting with the other women about mom stuff and life, says the pal. It was just fun and natural. She was very comfortable, just chilling. You see, for all these people that have all these things to say about Megan, Megan has integrated in her community. Everybody who's ever met her has nice things to say about her. And she's loved by her community and they love her as well. Megan embraced life in her community, whether solo or with friends. I go to yoga classes that sometimes have 40 to 50 people in them and just walk in like, hi, she says, laughing. You see? Of course, at the beginning, that felt like a lot. By the way, I think anybody walking into a yoga class with 50 people and everyone looks up, it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. But now I love it. It's the best. I had I had missed it. So she missed her former life. Okay. And now she's getting back to being herself again. Okay. The family sprawling estate in their sanctuary, which is why Megan chose to film her show in a nearby rental that echoes their own space. Okay. So, yes, that's her sanctuary. That's her space. And filming away from her home, separating her business from her personal life I think it's a wise thing for sure. I wanted to protect that safe haven, she explains. We're a close knit family, and I love those moments. Putting Lily down for a nap, having lunch together, having sacred time together at the end of the day. Our kitchen is where Mama just cooks for the family, and with a crew of 80 plus people. That's a lot of people to have in your house, okay? That's a lot of people to have in your house. The show also gives Megan a chance to put her kid friendly meals to the test. Oh, we're gonna see some kid friendly meal. Oh, nice! I'm looking forward to that. I'm up before my kids are. So I'm normally up at 6:30 and then I get up and dressed for the day and we go downstairs. She says, I love making breakfast for my family. Oh, how sweet. My husband and Archie both love fried eggs. She says, oh, they love fried eggs. There's a lot of bacon around here too. Ooh, Megan. And then sometimes you don't have time for all that. And you just put a frozen waffle in the toaster and call it a day. And there's no shame in that either. Of course, there's no shame in that. All families do that, okay? And Megan is a normal person. That's the side of her we're seeing right now. Not surprisingly, Megan identifies food as one of her love languages. Even before I was a mom, I loved being able to nurture in that way, she says. Some of my favorite childhood moments are the meals that my mom would make. She'd make a lot of soul food. Oh, she's mentioning her mom's soul food. Of course, there is a black woman. I remember she's taken a I remember she'd taken a Thai cooking class. So every week we'd had Thai barbecue chicken and spring rolls. Okay. I remember those flavors so well, and I want my kids to have those same formative memories of things that I cook. We call them mama meals. Hello. And those are the ones that I hope they come back to when they're older. Oh, let me tell you something. These kids never forget what they used to eat as a child. Let me tell you something. I could testify to that for sure. I got four boys, and even they try to recreate those meals that they used to have as children and always remind me at times when they used to have X, Y, and Z. Okay, just saying. So when they're married and they have their own kids and they go, oh, let's have a mama meal. That's what I'm telling you. I just mentioned that. Guys, by the way, I'm reading this article together with you guys. I have not read this article yet. I'm reading it. This is an authentic read. It might not be perfect, but it's authentic. And it's the same roast chicken I've been making since they were little. Okay, oh Megan, building a legacy. While she may not have filmed inside their home, she found ways to incorporate home life into the show, filming in their chicken coop, garden, and orchard. So some aspects of the show was filmed on her estate. Archie did the filming clapboard. Oh, okay. Archie did the filming clapboard. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. It's a mystery. So, okay. So we'll see when the show comes out. Sweet moments. So Archie did the filming clapboard. Sweet moments, she said. They would also come with my husband and visit me on set. And I love that my children were able to watch me working and seeing the balance of that and understand that mama does and is working to create and share. It was really special because up until then, they hadn't seen me at work. The crew member recalls how Archie and Lily would run up to Megan on set. She was super attentive and doting on them. We would give them headphones so they could listen to the audio. Adds Megan. I hope that when they get old enough, they feel really proud that they were part of the beginning of this with me. Oh yes, we know what this is going to be. This is going to be a mega hit. This is going to be $1 billion industry for Megan. As ever, the landing page of As Ever features a photo of Megan and Lilibet hand in hand in their backyard, surrounded by trees. Having her daughter on the site was especially meaningful for Megan. Yes, she says, being able to have my own little girl, as I have spent so much of my life championing the rights of girls and women, and to be able to see this as a multi generational story. Archie is, of course, included in that. My husband is, of course, included in that. But I love the heritage feeling of it and knowing that this is something that I can create in front of my daughter and teach her what it's like to be a working mom. Oh, yes. We know Lydia's going to be a feminist. She says this is something that hopefully can be part of her legacy too. Oh, yes, we know this is going to be a family business. This is going to be passed on. We get you, Megan. Life in Montecito has settled into a comfortable rhythm for Megan and Harry. When she's not filming, afternoons are marked by what they lovingly call day dates, where they share a quiet lunch together in true parent fashion. The evenings included nightcap recaps. Hello. Unwinding with a drink as they chat about their day and make lunch boxes. I think all parents in this phase with kids the same age knows it's rinse and repeat. Oh yeah, she says. If there's time, they'll catch up on TV together. We love Shrinking. Hmm, is that a show? We just finished Black Doves and we're excited for the new season of The White Lotus. So we had the final paragraph here, and it says here, reflecting on the past 5 years since their move, Megan acknowledges how much is different. She says, 5 years ago, Archie was only 8 or 9 months old. So my life has changed so much, she says. Recounting her motherhood journey, welcoming a newborn, being pregnant while raising a toddler, and now raising both Archie and Lily. She says, anyone who has children will tell you it's a huge evolution as a woman during that time. Oh, yes, certainly it is. Okay. And I'm happy that she had her mother there with her to support her along the way, as well as Harry as well. You could see Harry is such a doting dad. And yes, and now, as she said, as we read at the top here, she said that now that her children, is a particular age, now she can, do the things that she wants to do, because now, as I said, they could say when they're hungry, they could say when they're not feeling well, and so on. So now she can spread her wings in general. So finally, as she looks ahead of the next 5 or 10 years, she's open to what's to come. And she says here, can you imagine? This is just the beginning. Oh, yes, Megan, we certainly know this is just the beginning for you. Okay, because we're expecting, as ever, to be a big hit for sure. So she continued to say, life is full of surprises. And my gosh, in 10 years, Achi will be driving. Oh, yes, Achi will be driving in 10 years. Okay. So, guys, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about this really huge article. And as I said, I was reading this article for the first time along with you guys, because I like to be surprised when I'm reading this, and you can see my natural reaction as I'm reading it. And it was certainly fun. Okay. I like to do things with you guys. So let me know what you think about this article, what all the things that Megan has said, her insight into her motherhood, her family life in Montecito, the friends that she has made, and her present business adventure. Okay, guys, and don't forget to mark your calendar. Set your Alexa, set whatever technology device that you have, because tomorrow is going to be a big day. Okay, we're waiting for With Love, Megan. Bye. Love each and every one of you guys. I need to stop right now, okay, before I get ahead of myself. Bye.